price cuts across the range. Mark your calendars now. This is one event you don't want to miss.
Transform your home with Hegarty's Home Interiors in Buncrana. Discover a wide selection of stylish furniture and decor to create your perfect space. Our expert team offers personalised advice to match your style and budget. Visit us on Main Street, Buncrana. Open Monday to Saturday 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Or visit hegartyshomeinteriors.ie. Hegarty's Home Interiors, making homes beautiful since 1946.
Do you want to become a qualified scaffolder? SafeTech are running a 7-day basic scaffolding course in Sligo and Donegal in September and October. Also running the 10-day advanced scaffolding course in November. All these programs are 25% funded. T's and C's apply. Contact SafeTech today on 07491 27786 or safetech.ie.
On this week's Deal Debate, I'll be joined in studio by Pádraig Colferty, Brendan Gilcoyne and Ryan Ferry of the Donegal News as we look back at a huge weekend in club football action in Donegal. Also on the show, Colm Anthony McFadden, the Donegal and St Michael's legend, who is also a member of the Donegal senior management team, will be joining in the conversation. That's the Deal Debate this Monday, just after 7pm news and podcasted on highlandradio.com.
The DL Debate with Sister Sarah's Letterkenny, serving food you'll love till 9 p.m. daily in Sarah's Kitchen.
12. Good afternoon, I'm Tina Gates.
Discover Centra Simple.
In her 30s remains in a serious condition in Beaumont Hospital today after an assault in Dublin in the early hours of yesterday morning. A man's been held by Gardaí at a Dublin Garda station in relation to the incident. Breffney Clack reports.
Gardaí and Coolock are investigating all of the circumstances in relation to a serious assault at a domestic residence in Clonshock in Dublin 17, a spokesperson for the Gardaí has said. They found a woman in her 30s with serious injuries at the scene. She was taken to Beaumont Hospital, where she remains in a serious condition today. In a follow-up search, a man in his 40s was arrested and is being detained at a Dublin Garda station where he can be questioned for up to 24 hours.
A manhunt's underway in Kentucky in the US after 9 vehicles were hit in a shooting on a rural stretch of highway. Up to 7 people have been injured and residents are being urged to stay in their homes while the alert continues. Mayor Randall Weddell from London City, Kentucky, says Interstate 75 has been temporarily closed.
Thank you for texting and getting updates and checking on our men that is currently out of search for this individual or individuals currently. They were 7, I'm being told 7 people that was injured. Not all of them was gunshots. Some of them was due to an accident. There is no deceased at this time. No one was killed from this, thankfully.
The British Prime Minister says the new British leader wants to reintegrate with Europe.
Starmer is anxious not to say they want to rejoin the EU, but to further integrate their economic relations again with Europe to overcome enormous difficulties that have been created for the UK by Brexit. The UK is our biggest trading partner still. It's an enormous trading partner, so anything that improves relationships is good.
The Deputy Director of Gaza's Civil Defence Department has been killed in an overnight raid on a refugee camp. It came as an estimated 750,000 Israelis took to the streets in one of the country's biggest ever protests to demand the release of hostages. Aid agencies are warning the public not to lose sight of the ongoing humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza.
It's a highly transmissible virus. It knows no borders. Justice should know no borders.
Liam Gallagher says he's seriously gutted over the Oasis ticket chaos. His comments on social media come as a number of fans who missed out are entered into a ballot for 2 extra concerts, which were announced for Wembley during the week. Meanwhile, a number of Mercury artists have been giving out about dynamic pricing, including Ireland's CMAT.
I hate dynamic pricing. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. I don't have a single good word to say about it. I don't think there's any argument for it. I don't think it should exist. I don't understand where it's come from, because dynamic pricing, okay, people are getting charged £600 for a ticket that was originally for £150.
That's your latest news update at 4 minutes past 12.
Broadcasting throughout the Northwest and across the world online. This is Highland Radio. Your voice, your station.
Well, hello, good afternoon. It is Sunday afternoon and it's Greg Hughes here. I forgot my own name. It's Greg Hughes here live for the next 2 hours. We're broadcasting live from the Vintage Charity Day here in London. And we've got loads of guests coming. Our own David James will be joining us, and as I say, there's so many people to mention, I'm not even going to begin. So what I'll do first, though, I want to say good morning to good afternoon to the man behind this, standing here, Tiny. You might fire that mic on for me, Shannon, please. Good morning to you, or good afternoon it is now, Tiny.
Yeah. Thanks to Highland Radio for coming over today. It's a big difference to the listenership and to people back in Donegal that know that we do this day, and we do it for different charities. Like, for example, one charity is the Kevin Bell Trust. Colin is just down one of the marquees there. It's a great organisation and we're very proud to be able to support it.
Yeah, what other charities are you supporting this year?
St Bridget's High, and the other two charities I forget.
Well, I'm going to speak to them later, so don't worry about that.
Going through my head now. Last night the thunder and lightning and the torrential rain was savage here in London, and I slept about an hour. That's about it.
Yesterday was one of the hottest days of the year, I think, in Donegal. We missed that. Today, here in London, we were told it was going to be raining. That's cleared. What a glorious day again. You get it every year, Tony. You're very lucky.
Well, Margaret Rose Cunningham there from the Glencullen Folk Village, she put out an battered child to Prague, and I think that done the trick. Not that I'll be very religious or anything, but I think that done the job.
And already bumping into people that have travelled over here, Tiny. So obviously there's a diaspora here, but people from Donegal have come over to see what's what.
Oh, there's a good few I've met there now from Donegal. Hey, I don't really know them, but they're telling me they're Donegal and they're over from Donegal and over for the weekend. Do you know? And it's great to see them. And we've a lot of old stuff on today. Like, we have the sheep show down there, and a lot of lads from Donegal will know about it because a lot of boys have worked with sheep, and there's 12 different breeds of sheep down there, talking about the properties of the wool. And then we have the dog and duck show, where your man just uses the dog to just herd the ducks around the place, and it's a great wee show altogether. You know, I'm glad to be part of it. You know.
And where does this rate, I suppose, in terms of the London calendar? It's a big day, isn't it, for the many Irish? Now, obviously, we're from Donegal, you're from Donegal, but this is an Irish Vintage Day, right? So there's people all over this city and surrounding areas from all over the country that come here today.
Yes, this is not a Donegal Day. This is a general day. I'll give you an example now, of the support I get here. I was looking for a taxi to get, or a minibus to get Robert Marzell picked up, and anyway, I knew Terry Gallagher, so I says, Terry, would you pick up Robert Marzell and David James? He says, no bother. And I'll tell you, I was on the phone a half an hour. The crack was mighty, but but anyway, he done the job anyway, and I'm very thankful for it. Then we have like to William Casson from County Leitrim. William sorted out all the electrics of the day where there was a delivery and there was a shortage of stuff, and William sorted it out. You have Damien Barber there from Buncrana. I was looking for stuff up at the end of the road up here to be filled up, the potholes to be filled. He came down, filled them, no bother, you know. And
it's that type of spirit, isn't it? You mentioned Robert Marzell, you mentioned David James, just two of the acts performing here. You always get a good headliner, and of course we know David, he is a class act himself.
David's a great performer, and so is Robert Marzell, and we're very pleased to have these performers here today, you know. And the support we get is unreal high. And I mean, there's a fella called William Coyle there. He doesn't want to come on Highland today. He done the tractor run from London to Donegal. And I says to William, I says, would you be able to pick up the barriers? We have our own barriers. Oh, no bother. And then he dropped down a brand new pickup for me to take stuff around. And that support is unreal, you know. Flannery Plant, County Mayo, Galway, 2 brand new, forklifts. And without that, you just can't do it, you know.
Yeah, of course. All right, brilliant. Well, we'll chat to you maybe a little bit later on again.
I'll come back later on, all right?
Okay, that's Brendan Tiny Vaughan, of course, one of the key organisers behind this event, and it really is a truly special event, and it's wonderful, I suppose, from our perspective, to come over here and talk to the many Donegal people. That's our interest, of course, but the many Irish people that have made London their home, and we'll be speaking to a few of them over the course of the next wee while. Now, don't forget, you can also get involved by texting or WhatsApping 086 60 25,000. 086 60 25,000, or you can give us a call on 074 91 25,000. If you want to see our guests, we're streaming it live as long as it lasts. We're out in the middle of a field here, so I don't know how stable the connection's going to be. But in any case, you can go to our YouTube channel, Highland Radio Ireland, or you can go to Facebook, Highland Radio News and Sport, Highland Radio News, Sport and Obituaries. Okay, I'm going to speak now to our first guest here. Come over beside me, John. Take a stand here. John McGinley, you're the area organiser of the Across charity. We're also joined by Anne Salreef, is it?
Saltrees, yeah.
Lovely, okay. Right, talk to us first, John, if you don't mind, a little bit about the Across charity and the work that you do.
Well, the Across charity has been running for a long time. A local organiser, we take a group down to Lourdes every year. I just take one group, but the charity as a whole takes a group every week from somewhere in the UK between Easter and the end of October. So a lot of people go down every year. The charity itself, as we have a wee saying, we say make the impossible possible. So for people that can't travel by conventional means, we can take them on pilgrimage or on holiday, and our special bus, which is here today.
And Anne, is all this done through you through fundraising, or do you get any core support, or how do you fund all this work that you do?
So people pay for their fare to travel to Lourdes, but the charity itself is totally fundraised, yeah. So we're totally dependent on funds and people donating to the charity. So events like this today are absolutely amazing for a charity like us. We've already had someone volunteer to help, which is golden, but also people are donating money. It's amazing, so yeah.
And it must be wonderful, to see the joy in people going to Lourdes or wherever you might happen to take them.
Absolutely, and what happens on the group is people become really close. They become a real family on the group. There's 24 people on every group, of whom maybe 8 need some kind of help. That could be people who need full care, and people get really involved and engrossed in each other's lives and make real friendships that last far longer than a 10-day trip to Lourdes.
And I saw the smile across the face when the Jumbulance was mentioned. Talk to me about this vehicle.
I absolutely love the Jumbulance. Could you tell? No, I've known Across since I was in primary school. So when I first started with the Cross, it was back in, I'm not even going to tell you when, but a long time ago. And every time I see it, I saw it on the motorway yesterday when it was coming to pick me up, and it still makes me smile because it's the most wonderful vehicle that can do or facilitate this most incredible thing. So we're very privileged to have it. It's amazing. It's unique. If anyone wants to come and see it, please come and see our Jumbulance. It's amazing. Yeah.
Okay, we are broadcasting live here, and the band is tuning up. The first performer due to start very soon. John, you're originally from Duncanely. How long have you been away?
Well, I get home a lot. London's home now too, So yeah, I left in 76, came to London first, and we have a family in London, 3 sons, 8 grandchildren. No grandchildren yet.
Who were they supporting yesterday? Donegal, Ireland versus England?
That was very mixed in our house because, the grandchildren really, really strong. The sons are supporting Ireland, but the grandchildren, I'm pushing it a bit much there, But if Ireland are playing anyone else, it's okay. But if they're playing England, I have to let them go, But we did have a lot of talk about the 2 individuals that scored.
It was strange, wasn't it? One celebrated, one didn't. I don't know what I was feeling about that. You say you get home regularly. You were back for a week there in August, is that right?
I was back for the whole month of August. Oh, and anyone that knows what the month of August was like, I was trying to paint the outside of the house and I didn't get a thing done. It was terrible. We come back here, then it started raining, and now the sunshine's over there, so
yeah,
follow me for the sun.
No, exactly. But I'll tell you one thing though: the weather here, there's something different about the heat in London, isn't it?
Much hotter here. Completely different. I do a bit of gardening, and whatever level the gardening is at here, when you go to Donegal, the garden at the house in Donegal is a good month behind. Completely different. Just the heat is different. Heat's different, yeah.
And have you any Irish connections? Born and bred English, or what's your background?
Grandparents on both sides, Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland. Yes, yeah. So Irish is through and through. Yeah, you can tell by the freckles. So yes.
Everyone's Irish here today, isn't that it, John?
I think everyone's Irish here today. But like the thing about here is, if you look at all the businesses involved in this and you flick through the magazine, the companies that support this, it's tremendous. I just want to say a big, big, big thank you. This will be the second time that we're lucky enough to be invited here. So without them, this wouldn't happen. And of course, the organiser.
Just if people want to find out more about the Across charity, I know you work throughout the UK, so a lot of people listening to us, it might just be a curiosity and to maybe get a look at the Jumbulance. But where can people find out more info?
It's no problem at all. Yes, you can look on our website, so www.across.org.uk, or you can contact the office on 020 3542 1800, and we'd be happy to tell you anything about it and hopefully get you on board.
Brilliant stuff. And also, John, this is it is an All-Ireland Day, we're told. It feels very Donegal to me. I don't know what you feel.
There is a big Donegal influence in that, but the man from Donegal, one of the biggest men here, Tiny, the fella you just interviewed, it's him. He ropes them all in. Tremendous man. And I'd like to make a mention for his long-suffering wife, Maureen. She has a lot to put up with.
Sometimes people say long-suffering wife, and they say sort of as a joke. In this case, I think we both know she's a proper long-suffering wife.
She's a proper long-suffering. She is. She's had to put up with a lot. But look at the fruit that they bear with this. They support 4 charities every year for the last 12 years, and it's just amazing, absolutely amazing. The money that's been raised over the last 12 years, and don't forget the fun that's been had. This is a great day out. Yeah. They come from all over to this day.
No doubt about that. Listen, John, it's been lovely speaking to you, John McGinley, and also Anne
Saltrees.
Saltrees. It's spelled completely different on my sheet of paper. My apologies. Thank both of you very much indeed. Okay, we are live here from London. This is the Irish Vintage Day, and it's starting to fill up now. The doors only opened up at 12, and people already coming in. And over to my right here, we have the stage. I hope the music isn't coming through too loud or it's not too annoying, but you can see the real fans. They've got their seats early. David James is going to be performing up on that stage in about an hour. We'll chat to him a little later on. But what we'll do is we'll go back to studio, we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be right back live here from London.
Looking to refresh your bathroom? Need new tiles? Wondering where to find the largest bathroom plumbing and tile showroom in Donegal? Look no further. McDade's Bathroom Plumbing and Tiles in Buncrana has everything you need. Explore our extensive selection for your bathroom, ensuite and plumbing needs. Visit our state-of-the-art 40 plus fully furnished tiled showroom in Cockhill, Buncrana, and see how we can transform your space. If you're going to do it right. Do it with McDade's. Call us at 07493 63050 for more details.
The Cajun Paddy Band are launching their new single, The Boys Are Back in Town, at Gallon's nightclub in Ballybofey on Saturday the 7th of September. Join us for the launch this Saturday at Gallon's nightclub, Ballybofey.
You're listening to Highland Radio, broadcasting to some of the 1,000 millionaires made by the National Lottery so far. Next time you play a National Lottery game, it really could be you. Woo-hoo! Play responsibly, play for fun. See lottery.ie for more details.
Hi, Jean Kern here to let you know that the Highland Radio Book Club is back for the autumn-winter season. Our next book is Long Island by Colm Tóibín, the sequel to the prize-winning best-selling novel Brooklyn. We are reunited with Eilish Lacey, the heroine of Brooklyn 20 years on in the 1970s, living with her husband Tony Farrelly and her children in a house in Long Island. A shocking piece of news propels Eilish back to Ireland, to a world she thought she had long left behind and to ways of living and loving she thought she had lost. We will review the book on my show on Sunday the 15th of September, and as always, if you would like to take part in the review, email me jeankern@highlandradio.com.
Broadcasting throughout the Northwest and across the world online. This is Highland Radio.
Okay.
Greg. Hello, Greg.
Yeah, Joe, so I just have to... Do you know which one of these routers is the TP-Link SBF2 or 5BF2? Which one is it?
I'm not sure. Did we chat now, Arsene?
Yeah, I'm asking you this question though. Do you know the difference between these two routers? No.
I'm not sure which.
Okay, I have to go and have a look at this then. So, all right then. See you in a bit.
All right.
Now you've seen the Cajun dance. Get on the floor and take the chance. Strut your stuff across the floor. The music man will play some more. Shake it to the right, then to the left. Everybody try to keep in step with your partner by the hand. Let's swing to the sound of the Cajun band. This beat in mind, will you try it one more time? Listen to the music as it flows. Grab your partner and away we go. Yeah, shake it to the right, then to the left. Everybody try to keep in step with your partner by the hand. Let's swing to the sound of the Cajun